Greetings, greetings. Hello, Patreon family. My soul tribe. We're getting ready to start our next challenge, which is going to be our 7-day chakra challenge. And this is the introductory to the challenge, which really makes it 8 days, because tomorrow we're going to start with each of the separate chakras. We're going to start with the root chakra. So today, what I really want to do is get you excited about the challenge and help you to understand the necessity of working with these chakras, keeping them healthy, and being able to understand how they affect your mental, your spiritual, your emotional and psychological and physical self, your overall well-being. I want you to understand the imperative nature of participating in this challenge. We all can use this challenge now, especially now with everything that's going on. It's important for us to bring continuity to this beautiful energetic system that is you and that is me. And so I want to just give a brief introduction, and I want to invite you to participate over the next 7 days. Yes, we will start tomorrow, Saturday, with the first set of activities designed for the root chakra. But then there will be, as always, with our challenges, a set of daily things that you will do each and every day throughout the challenge. I cannot impress upon you enough the benefit that you'll get if you do these activities, and I really want you to do them. I really want you to do them. They're going to cover the gambit. They'll have enough variety where you can pick various things that you want to focus on, but ultimately you will get a much more intimate understanding of your body's energy system, how it works, and some of the things that you can do to help keep it balanced and to help keep yourself healthy, happy, whole, and complete. So this is me getting ready to just give you a quick rundown of the chakra system in general so that you can remember some important things about the chakra system. Everything has a vibratory frequency, right? Everything is energy. Energy is in everything. Energy is synonymous with consciousness, information. Energy is synonymous with thought. Thoughts are energy. Colors are energy. Sounds are energy. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. So as I present the information over the next 7 days, watch the videos. Take the time to listen to them and see what you can get out of them, because there'll be a video every day associated with the list of activities. And it's important that you engage the video. I'll do my best to keep the videos, say, under 7 minutes, okay? So that they're short and sweet and they don't take up too much time, which is why we're starting on the weekend, because it gives you a little bit of extra time to acclimate. So everything is energy, right? Colors are energy. Because colors are energy, it just means they have a vibratory frequency. If something has a very slow vibration, it's going to be denser. The faster the speed of the vibration, the less dense the matter is, which means it quickens, right? Maybe it becomes light. Maybe it becomes thought. Maybe it becomes inspiration. Or maybe it becomes a divine channeling of information from somewhere outside of yourself. The point is, we need to begin to equate everything with energy, so our thoughts are energy. So as we are energy, one big mass of energy, we have many chakras within our body. We have hundreds of chakras. We have over 100 within our body. Our hands have them. Our feet have them. But our feet have them. But we have 7 main chakras. Technically 14, some people will say today, as we continue to elevate and open to various levels of consciousness and more of our spiritual nature. We're going to deal with the 7 main chakras, okay? And the 7 main chakras start at the root. So I want you to think of a plant, okay, that has roots. You have a root chakra, which is right at the base of your spine, which comes to about this area here, okay? And that root chakra is what grounds you. It makes you feel a great sense of security. It anchors you in the physical plane. Now, because it does that, it has a slower vibrational frequency. Okay, it is associated with those organs that are denser, that have that same vibrational frequency. It is associated with the color red, which has that slow wavelength, the slowest of all the colors, okay? So, or the ones in the light spectrum, the 7 colors in the light spectrum. And so it actually moves slower. So everything that's associated with that area, the root chakra, is going to be more grounded. It's going to be what we physically manifest. So when we talk about what we materialize into the world, we do that through the manifesting current that comes from the root chakra. Because each of the chakras are associated with a different color, they're also associated with a different sound, they're associated with various mantras, they're associated with various thought energy, various levels of physicality, various emotions, various psychological hallmarks, various emotional hallmarks, and certain levels of our spirituality. And technically, if you look at this here, this would be our root chakra, red. Next is the sacral chakra, which is represented by the color orange, and that's going to be our womb space. This is where our sexual potency is. This is where our creativity is. This is where our divine masculine and feminine energies are. All right? So the color orange is associated with the energy of this area. When we get to the third chakra, we're dealing with the color yellow, like the sun. This is at our core. You know, like this has to be strong, right? When they work you out in the gym, this core area needs to be strong, right? Without this strength here, we can't do anything in the world, right? So it's very fitting that we take the liberating current that comes from up here, we take the manifesting current that comes from up here, and they move out into the world, where we effectuate our evolutionary intentions and do what we came to the planet to do, where we take action, where we be in the world, according to what we do, how we experience the world, ego, our mental energy, all of that stuff, the action that we take, the way we go get it, all of that is related to our sun energy, our solar plexus. So think of the sun when you think of this energy here, all right? The next area above the solar plexus is the beautiful heart energy, represented by the color green. Green. So that color green harmonizes with the energy of this area. This chakra is considered the first of it's really considered the connecting chakra. I don't want to say the first of the spiritual chakras necessarily, but this is the chakra that is the bridge between the 3 lower chakras, which have to do more with the physical manifestations of what we do in the world. And by the way, these chakras open up gradually in life. So the first chakra to open would be our what? Our root chakra, right? And then next, when we start feeling emotions and we start identifying with our feelings and so forth, or we start hiding our traumas and so forth, that has to do with the sacral energy. When we start to say, I am, and our personality starts to kick in, we get a sense of identity, the individuation aspect of ourselves, and we're talking about the sun energy. When we talk about I love, I am connected, you feel a part of something larger than yourself, the relationships, the harmony you form between other people, the sense of connectedness with all of life, we're talking about the heart energy. When you fall in love, the heart chakra opens up, or it begins to heal. When you hold on to negative energy or resentment or heartache, the heart chakra starts to close down, okay? It grieves. So the heart chakra represented by the color green. And then as we move on up, we have the throat chakra, Visuddha, which is represented by the color blue, similar to the color of the sky. It is a light color blue. It is the first of the spiritual chakras, and this chakra has to do with communication. So it's this whole area, the back of the neck and so forth and so on, and the shoulders. So all of the things that have to do with that aspect are governed by your throat chakra. If you are lying, it is your throat chakra. If you are gossiping, it is your throat chakra. If you stutter, it is your throat chakra. If you cannot speak your truth, it is your throat chakra. So the sound that is associated with that is the frequency that matches the color, that matches the organs in this area. Now, again, as we move up the continuum, It's quickening. The energy is becoming more and more, it's coming faster and faster. And then we move up to the glorious third eye chakra, the sixth chakra, right here between the brows. This chakra represents our spiritual eye. This is our first eye. This is the eye that we see with, that we saw with when we came into the world before we were told that we needed to separate, or we were taught that we were individuals. When babies come into the world, they have no fear. They have no sense of self, right? They don't identify as I am a baby. They're not separate from anything. In fact, there's a lot of research in the area. There's more and more research in the area of what babies actually experience as a baby and this sense of wholeness. They are not living in separation the way we are. They're not living in polarity the way we are. Things are not defined the way we as adults have been conditioned to experience life. So this is where our soul sensory system is. This is what sees. This is where our intuitive insight is. This is the source of our psychic superpowers. So this area is governed by indigo. You can liken this color here to kind of an indigo. All right, kind of an indigo. All right, so that particular area governs, this is where the pineal gland is. And this is where, as African Americans or melanated people, research shows that we have a larger pineal gland, and that there's something in particular about the melanin that has a biological advantage, and that melanin is activated by the sun. There's melanin in the cosmos. There's a certain levels of deeper spiritual mastery that we are able to tap into, not because we are superior necessarily, but because that is the way it was created. And this is a fact. These are facts. So then as we move up to this chakra, all right, which governs our sense of connectedness to God, to source, to all that is, to the supreme being that is the connector for all of life, all of life. This is where we receive our channeling. This is where we receive our divine inspiration. This is where we receive our sense of connectedness. All right. And so this, in some philosophies, is considered white. When I saw this, it was a huge ball like this of violet, similar to this color here, but a little bit lighter, literally violet. So oftentimes when you see people to describe the energy in this area, it's going to be violet, not purple, not lilac, but beautiful violet. And so this chakra is very critical. This is where, for melanated people, we talk about, for all people, our hair having antennas. The fact that as melanated people, we have, our hair is sacred geometry because of the coils. So we receive information from this particular area. Not that it's the only place where we assimilate, receive, and transmit, but it's just important to understand that this is where we connect with universal source energy. So all of these chakras, when they are flowing, when the energy is moving the way it needs to move, we feel healthy. We feel our vitality. We feel strong. We feel clear. We feel God-centered. We feel God-cognizant. We feel our life force energy. We feel creative. We feel our sexual potency. We feel grounded in our own being. We speak our truth, and we live according to not only higher ideals, but we live according to our authenticity. All right. When the chakras are flowing, you are healthier physically. When the chakras are blocked, you suffer in terms of your vitality. You will have physical consequences. You will have emotional symptoms. You will have spiritual symptoms. Energetically, you are out of sync. And whenever you are out of sync energetically, eventually it will manifest physically. So it's important to realize that the chakras are kind of like spinning wheels. They're like vortexes that are spinning. They are receiving, transmitting, assimilating information. Everything that has ever happened in your entire existence is encapsulated within your chakras. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, right? So every experience, every thought, every reaction, every emotion, all of you is imprinted in those chakras. And so occasionally, just by way of living life, by way of the way we manage things in our life, by way of illness, by way of dysfunctional coping mechanisms, by way of trauma, by way of challenges in life, difficulties, these chakras can close, or they can fail to receive the energy that allows them to spin the way they need to. They can become imbalanced. They can become overactive to where they're transmitting and receiving too much energy. And so it's our job to do the things that we need to do to balance these chakras so that we might enjoy health, so that we may recognize the divine gifts that God has given us, so that we may manifest the abundance that is our divine birthright, whether that is abundance is related to health, wealth, our own personal vitality and inner vision and strength, relationship, whatever it is, financial abundance. All of these things work as energy centers to help us navigate our world in this physical plane as a being that is having a human experience. So this is the introduction. Please stay tuned tomorrow for our first activity that will be highlighting the root chakra, the color red. Please tune in each day. If you fall behind, you know how we do these challenges. I will post every day's challenge at the bottom of the current day's challenge. So all you have to do is scroll down. I encourage you to participate in at least a minimum of 2 activities each day and to give it your all. It's going to be an amazing challenge. Please participate. And guys, I know y'all are busy, but please give me a shout out on Patreon. Do it here if you can, rather than my text message, because I want to see how we're going. And again, I'll paste the Facebook information. If you are not a member of Facebook, I'm going to try to do some additional postings on Facebook. I may put, just little things you may want to share as it relates to this challenge, because we're doing some cleanup, y'all. We're doing some re-energizing and some recalibrating. So I love you. 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 And just so you know, materials that you may need, the only thing you really need to make sure you kind of really have would be some Himalayan sea salt and some Epsom salt. Make sure you have some Epsom salt and some Himalayan sea salt. If you mess around with essential oils, then you can have essential oils too, because there will always be something that gives you a correlation for a particular essential oil, but it's not necessarily a necessity. If you decided you wanted to get a candle that represents each of those colors, that would be beautiful too, but it's not necessary. I love y'all. I appreciate all of your support. I appreciate your patience. I'm grateful and I'm humbled by each and every one of you that will be participating. And for those of you who may even just be watching and learning, I'm sending out much love, gratitude, and I wish you peace, prosperity, productivity, love, light, and laughter. See you tomorrow.